On this side of the House, we want to keep it in Australian hands for Australian people. Those opposite voted against that today because they want to sell it off to the lowest bidder.
Hear from the honourable member for Hunter.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Regional Development, Local Government and Territories. How is the Albanese Labor government narrowing the digital divide in our regions, and what other approaches have been considered?
Call to the Minister for Regional Development, Local Government and Territories.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I want to thank the member for his question. He does such a cracking job advocating for the people of the Hunter, and we appreciate it. Like me, he knows the importance of reliable internet in our regional communities, because in 2024, reliable connectivity is no longer a nice to have, it's an absolute necessity, and that's why we're fixing the reckless and deliberate underinvestment from those opposite and making sure we keep the NBN in public hands. This means we can retain oversight on pricing, on infrastructure investment and, most importantly, on service quality, because the string and can approach doesn't work anymore. As part of our record investment, we're delivering $2.4 billion to expand full fibre internet access to 1.5 million premises across the nation, including 660,000 in our regions, providing uncapped data and faster speeds under Sky Muster, because you shouldn't be penalised because of your postcode. And I've driven around regional towns and communities now over the last few years, and you know what I haven't heard once? I haven't heard, let's make the NBN a little bit worse. Because that's what we've been talking about in the House today. We on this side of the House want to keep the NBN in public hands so that we can maintain control over service, over delivery, over quality. On this side of the House, we want to keep it in Australian hands for Australian people. Those opposite voted against that today because they want to sell it off to the lowest bidder. If the Leader of the Opposition ever stepped foot out of inner-city Brisbane, he would know that in the regions we need high-speed internet and we need to keep the NBN in public hands.
Order.
I mean, hang on. I understand he went to the Shire of Collie in WA, snuck in the back door,
Order. Members on my left, the member for
ran out in a tinted window car without speaking to a single worker or a regular person in the street. Regional communities like mine rely on NBN to work remotely, to access health and education services and to run our small businesses. It was a Labor government that established the NBN because we've always been committed to building Australia's future. During the disastrous decade those opposite had, they dismantled the NBN, and 15 minutes down the road in Jerrabombra, you don't have to go far to see why. Half the suburb had copper that dropped out every time there was heavy rain. Underinvestment is the MO of the Liberals. They are the party of privatisation and half-baked ideas. Don't take my word for it. The Mayor of Flinders Ranges said the first thing that goes under privatisation is service. And isn't that right? Like nuclear, they don't have a plan for connectivity other than selling the NBN.
Order.
On this side of the House, we will back Australian communities right around the regions.